Women Who Runs with Wolves. This book explores myths and folk tales through a Jungian lens with the intention to help women reconnect with their instinctual self, the wild woman archetype. And today I want to share some of my favorite quotes, takeaways and notes from this book. The animus can pollute the flow of creativity with self-doubt. And one with a polluted river, so to speak, will not be able to take compliments. Beautiful, this old thing? Well, it's nothing really. Look at all the mistakes I made. This is the quote from someone who suffers from the ugly duckling syndrome. A lot of people who have at some point in their life been in an ugly duckling status, they will never be able to take a sincere compliment, and we all know people like this. But we might also know people with really good boundaries, like the artist that are talked about in this book, who puts out a sign outside her, I don't know if it's her studio or whatever, a sign saying, quote, "I am working today. I'm not taking visitors. I know this, you think this might not mean you, because you're my banker, you're my agent, you're my best friend, but it does." End quote. And I think that's a great example of the well-developed animus. Another interesting aspect about these old stories that went mouth to mouth for generations is how they have changed and morphed over time. How pagan symbols become Christian symbols, how sexual parts are removed, how animals are turned into demons. Quote, "Some educated guesses can be made about the wounds of one's childhood by closely inspecting what matters adults irrationally lose their temper over." And I like this quote. I think we can see this in a lot of places, and this is also something that I learned from Robert Greene's book, The Laws of Human Nature, and it really opened up my eyes for looking a little bit closer, because sometimes you can see it peeked through the mask, the persona, the person behind it by watching people in stressful situations. Quote, "If you don't go out in the woods, nothing will ever happen and your life will never begin." This quote talks about the importance of the explored life. I think it was Socrates that said, "The unexplored life is not worth living." I'm a big proponent of that, and it's just a great reminder of going into the unknown, because that's where life happens. The book is beautifully written. It has a mystical tone to it, and you can sense the impact this book must have had on tons of women over the years. And as a male reader, I can't fully relate to all aspects of it, but that's okay. It's not written for me, but I still get tons of value from reading it, and I think my favorite part of it is the stories and their interpretation. I just love these stories, the old Russian stories of Vasa Lisa, the Bluebeard. There's tons and tons of cool stuff in here. Regardless of gender, you should pick this one up. It's really cool if you're into the Jungian psychology stuff.